Welcome to the Webby and O'Neill channel. Thanks for joining us. Please subscribe. Today we've got Gary. Thanks for joining us.
28 years ago was a special day for you. Your debut against Torpedo Moscow. You tell us about it and how you come about learning that you was actually going to be involved in the squad.
It was incredible, actually. I remember a lot of the day. I don't remember much of the evening. I remember him saying to me the day before, you're training, you're with the first team squad. And then we actually that day travelled at 12 o'clock to a hotel, and Chris Casper was in the squad with me. It's the first time I've ever stayed in Manchester City Centre ever in my life. And we stayed at the Midland Hotel. And we walked into this room, me and Casp, and it was like, whoa, this is quite good. This is nice being in the first team. It was a massive palatial room, 2 big double beds, mini bar. We had food downstairs in, the Midland Hotel. If you're like a 17-year-old, you've never been into Manchester City Centre before. And we stayed there all afternoon. Never went to sleep once. Didn't have a clue what to do. Thought, should we go out? Should we stay in bed? What do you do? We didn't have a clue. We'd never done this type of thing before with the first team. Anyway, got to the game and he said, "You're on the bench, son." I was like, oh, that was a massive shock to me. And then literally 2 or 3 minutes to go, I was warming up. He said, "Come and get stripped." And I came on. I didn't actually touch the ball with my feet, but I actually got a throw in, and I think it was 0-0, was it? Was it 0-0 or 1-1?
1-1.
1-1. And he, after the game, went to the dressing room and he absolutely ripped Gary Pallister's head off because he said, "Do you not watch the youth team?" Obviously, I had a long throw. And because he never ran up from the sort of defensive position towards the edge, the near post, he absolutely battered him. And I remember feeling really embarrassed that he'd had a go at him over the fact that he never went up for a long throw. But it was, I always remember on the way home, my dad took me home and I was really emotional on the way home. I don't get really emotional about much. And just the fact that I'd played for United, and that was always my dream. It was always my biggest moment. It could never be taken away from me. I know it was only 3 minutes, but it gave me that taste and that feeling of confidence and belief that he felt something about me. And then from that moment on, really, I just, obviously not everything was a bed of roses because you get dropped and you get left out, but it gave me the real sort of, it was like the light moment at the end of the tunnel where you think, I could do this.
Yeah. Torpedo Moscow. Now, Russian side, you stood on Red Square, Gary.
The worst thing was, Tony, that no word of a lie, me and Bex went over for the second game, Casp on the first game, and we were on £29.50 a week with YTS, and the bonus was something like 1,800 quid to get through. So because I played in the first game, I'm eligible for the bonus. So it goes to penalties, and we're absolutely gutted. Because he would have got, Casper and Bex would have got half bonus, and we would have got full bonus. And it would have obviously, he'd bought us a car. And we were on Red Square. I had a picture with you, did I?
That's where I met you.
You were battling on Red Square, I think, weren't you?
No, I weren't battling at all. I was with 2 of my pals enjoying myself.
Do you remember me putting the Russian hat on?
Yeah, we came up to you because we knew you from the YTS. We knew, and we said, "There's Gary Neville." And like when we came
those
up to you,
tracksuits we had on, those black and white speckled ones.
We came up to you, and you was actually in shock that someone was actually asking for your autograph. But we asked for your autograph. They turned our back, and we just shot off then and just left you with it.
I remember we had the Russian hats on because we borrowed them off the fans.
Because the old team was there, and we came up. But that in itself would have been the start of your journey, what you've just said, for experiences.
No, it was. It's the first time we'd ever travelled away in Europe. And, to go to Moscow, we stayed in the Olympic Hotel in Moscow. And it was really good. Everything was just, the whole 2 weeks really was like an unbelievable experience because I stayed in the Midland, obviously in the first game. Then went to Moscow, we walked around the square. The big problem was the game. Because obviously we had a nightmare in the game at the night and we lost on penalties, which was just, it wasn't great. But
there was bigger problems than the game.
Was that off the pitch?
Let's just ignore that. This was like
but I mean, Tony,
this is Moscow carnage.
There's only you could go to Moscow and take the Russians on. You know what I mean?
No, there was none of that. This is Moscow, like in turmoil. Forget any of the fans.
Oh, Tony, I know.
This is a country what was in turmoil.
I went. I mean, going to Moscow in '92. I went to Beijing in '94 or '95. and still remember the army on the streets with the guns.
That's exactly
and still in
what
Moscow,
it was.
exactly the same.
Exactly
The
the
Eastern
same.
sort of bloc was falling.
Yeah. You had an introduction in Moscow to what life was really about. Do you know what I mean?
The worse than that, the bigger experience than that was Volgograd.
Oh, well, I didn't go to Volgograd.
No one did,
No.
apart from us.
Yeah,
I mean, literally, I've never seen anything like it in my life. And we went to a Polish team as well about 2 years later, and it really was an eye opener because you come from.
These are life's experiences. Football's
Absolutely.
experiences are great. It's what it's about, though, isn't it?
I know. And you go to these cities, and at the time, the transformation. I went to Moscow, spent a month there in 2018 for the World Cup, and the difference between 92 and 2008 to 18 is off the scale, and you just don't understand how much the world's changed. Different parts of the world have changed.
They do say the world's a small place, Gary.
They do. So first experience of seeing Tony in Moscow.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Were you security for us then?
I was born then.
Were you security for us then?
No, not. I started a year later, but I'd heard the stories about Moscow in '92.
Leave them there.
We'll leave them there. Yeah. Watch more videos here.
Please subscribe to the channel here, and please leave all comments down below, please.